Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Joe Flash, and boy, oh boy, 2 long months since it has been the last time I reacted to a voice comparison reaction video. Once again, I know I keep saying this every time I, have to take a halt and breaks from, these video reactions and all that kind of stuff unexpectedly, and I don't even make a video to update y'all that I'm taking another break. I really should start doing that more often, make a video explaining things, but once again, I apologize that it has been numbers of months since the last time I reacted to a voice comparison reaction video, or why I'm not making nearly as much reaction videos as I used to. Just, college, work, and, lacking of, video ideas, or, just me deciding on when I want to do them and when not, because, I'm just trying to... Because at the same time, I want to spend some time normally, even though it's getting boring, me just playing video games or watching videos all the time, but, I don't know, my mind just goes back and forth, you know what I'm saying? So I'm sorry that if it's keeping y'all waiting, because, I have noticed that I've lost a few subscribers on my channel. Just a small amount, not too many, but I have lost, just a few amount of subscribers because of my lacking of, videos and all that. And people have been dying, for me to make more videos. And I'm sure people are just getting tired of waiting because they think I'm just taking off for a long time, and all that. But I'm sorry, y'all. I really am. It's just, stuff happens, So... The last time I did a reaction to a voice comparison reaction video was on October the 3rd, the 30th for that matter, just one day before Halloween Day, and I reacted to Black Widow voice comparison, and I planned on doing some more after that, but sadly I came to a screeching halt because of gigabyte lacking and internet. Viruses were causing my phone some issues at that time, and I'm still kind of getting some viruses now, not nearly as bad as it was beforehand, but it's still... just crazy as ought to get out, but it's not nearly as bad, so I don't really have too much to worry about, you know what I mean? But anyway, so things are going okay, nothing really too much is happening. So we're in the Christmas and New Year break. Friday was the last day for us, We were supposed to actually go for the next 3 days, tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and those would have been our last days, go into college before we'd be out for the 3 whole week break, but since the college campus will be closed tomorrow and there's nowhere else for us Red Oak students to go into to entertain ourselves for that time being, we're just, just going to already go ahead and have the break off like Midlothian and Waxahachie in Italy are, so that's good. However, though, my mom still has to work for the next 3 days, so she'll be working tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So some of the Red Oaks campuses, things will still be open tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday, just for those days only, and then after Thursday, they'll be closed, Everybody will get to enjoy a break, you know what I mean? So there's not much to be said, but anyway, so I'm sorry if I kept disappointing y'all with my lacking of YouTube videos and stuff. I really need to get back into it, but at the same time, I'm just trying, I feel like I want to, but then at the same time, my mind just keeps going back and forth with other stuff to do, I'm just trying to play some different games, it was working for a little while, but now it's getting back to it again while I'm starting to get boring, it's starting to get boring. I'm trying to play some games because... I still really wish I had some new video games I could play, or some games that I haven't played in a long, long time that I want to play again. Like, for example, there are 3 different Wii games that I want to buy, and try to play them again because I haven't played them in a long time. 3 Wii games. They're actually Mario games. Super Mario Galaxy 2, Mario Strikers Charged, and Mario Sports Mix. Those are the 3 games I'm wanting, just so I can have something new to play that I haven't played in a long time. You know what I mean? Because I'm still technically an old school gamer. I play a lot of Wii games, So I just want to get those just to entertain myself, you know what I mean? So there's that. I want to try to get them for Christmas this year. I want to try to hope maybe I can get some for Christmas this year, but I don't know if I will because, money and much more like that, And basically, I wish I would have went to Waxahachie to get them at Game Exchange or GameStop, but Mom's vehicle issue has been going on since the beginning of this year, so we can't travel outside of Red Oak, so that might not work. Because when I searched up the games on Amazon, they're pretty high. They're a lot more higher than they are, you know what I mean? They're too high, you know what I'm saying? Way too high, and most likely they're brand new, and, usually when you buy a game in GameStop or Game Exchange, you have the choice of choosing either a brand new copy or choosing an old copy that someone used to use, which is called pre-owned, and the pre-owns won't nearly last as long, but they're cheaper prices. But yeah, we used to do that years ago. We used to mostly go for pre-owned versions, but we started coming to the point we should start doing brand new because they're in better condition, you know what I mean? Which I agreed on as well. But anyway, it was too high on Amazon. I probably should maybe check on eBay and see how they are, since there's also 2 cords I want for my Wii U system on eBay as well. They're pretty cheap prices on eBay. Basically, the 2 cords are like, one is the cord for my Wii U system, so I can plug it into the TV, and then the other one is for my gamepad, because my gamepad has been broken since the beginning of this year. Well, it's not broken, it's just the cord for my gamepad just won't let it charge anymore, so it's broken, it can't charge my gamepad, and it ran out of battery in my gamepad, so without my gamepad, I can't play Wii U games, and most importantly, I can't do what I really love doing on there, which is going to the Wii U Me channel and create more WWE Superstar Me characters, you know what I mean? Since I used to make lots and lots of WWE Superstars into me characters, so it's pretty sad. But hopefully, I like to hope I can get them for Christmas, but I won't be too surprised if I don't, so it's alright. They're not stuff that I'm really, really wanting so bad right now anyway, even though I kind of do need them, because, I really need to get something new to play and all that, you know what I mean? I'm really wanting a laptop, but my mom told me to wait till next month when 2023 starts, because just wait till the end of the month in January, and I won't get into the reasons why, but she wants me to wait until the end of January next month in 2023, and then, after then, maybe I might be able to get it by then. That's all I can just say. I'm not going to explain to y'all why, but you get the point, so that's what I'm really wanting. But we'll see, I don't know if it'll happen or not, but anyway. But maybe after I'm done with this video, maybe I should check on eBay to see how those 3 games I'm wanting are on eBay compared to Amazon. Maybe we'll see if the prices are different or not. Because like Game Exchange and GameStop, the games that I usually would be getting, especially a lot of the Wii games, they would usually be close to around, I think, $20 and $23 if I'm not mistaken. And then, I think they would be a little bit higher if they were buying them brand new, but yeah, they're a little bit too high on Amazon. Sometimes some of the things you buy online are kind of a lot more higher than they are in person, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's better buying things in person sometimes. But anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and just, get into this. So I'm sure a lot of you guys have been missing my voice comparison reaction videos, because I'm sure you guys really enjoyed this series, because I do get a little bit of, quite a few views. I don't get too many views on my channel, but I do get quite a few number of views on my reaction videos of voice comparison reaction videos. I've been seeing the views. I have been getting quite a few number of views on some certain voice comparison reaction videos I've done. So some of you guys do seem to enjoy and do seem to like that series, so I'm back doing some more. Because there was some more Marvel characters I was going to plan on doing after Black Widow 2 months ago, but didn't capitalize on it because of the viruses was going on at the time, which was causing internet to go slow on my phone and much more and all that, so yeah. But it's already been better since last month, but I just never capitalized on, doing more videos until now. Plus, this is the perfect opportunity because now I have 3 whole weeks and I won't be going back to college till January the 9th. So I have 3 whole weeks for me to just enjoy this while I can. So I'm going to go ahead and just continue where I left off. So after Black Widow, the next character that I was going to plan on doing for reaction video for voice comparison was none other than another OG Avenger from the MCU that appeared in the first ever Avengers movie. Well, actually, he first appeared in Thor, but then, you see him on screen in his full gear and everything in the next film, which would be Avengers, the 2012 movie, and, he would be possessed by Loki, and then he would finally switch to good after, Black Widow found a way to help him out to be uncured by Loki's possession, because he was pretty much possessed by Loki throughout kind of most of the movie, you know what I mean? But anyway, you already know who it is. It's none other than the one and only guy himself, Clint Barton, the Archer, Hawkeye. Yes, Hawkeye. Another classic superhero, another hero that kind of doesn't seem to be getting too much appreciation right now in the MCU. Like, he's not getting a major spotlight. I know that he's having a series. He had a series called Hawkeye on Disney Plus along with the female Hawkeye, Kate Bishop, but I don't know if that series worked too well. I haven't been hearing people talking about that series. That series probably didn't really work out compared to, like, Loki or the Falcon and the Winter Soldier and others. But anyway, Hawkeye's a pretty cool hero. He's the Archer of the Avengers, obviously. He switches up his colors every once in a while. Sometimes he wears purple and sometimes wearing red. Sometimes he used to wear like a costume with a mask, and then sometimes he just, he doesn't wear a mask. He just wears his sunglasses like you're seeing in that picture right there, which is from Avengers Assemble. Pretty cool hero. He's got some great, he's an archer, he's got amazing arrows, in his cleaver, I think that's what it's called, in his, the pocket, I think it's called a cleaver, I don't know, but it's pretty cool stuff, it's great. Hawkeye, I don't like think about him too often in Marvel, and maybe I'm not the biggest fan of Hawkeye, but he's another hero that does deserve some appreciation. And people are wondering what's going to be in the future for the MCU for him as well, because while Clint Barton, Hawkeye, and Chris Hemsworth's Thor, actually I didn't mean to say Clint Barton but never mind. So like out of all the original Avengers in the MCU right now that are still hanging around is Hulk, Thor, Hawkeye, and who is it? I think that's just about it. I think they're the only ones that are still hanging around. Thor, Hawkeye, and Hulk. I think they're still the only ones. And I guess you can count Nick Fury too if you want to. But yeah, Hawkeye, Hulk, and Thor are still the OGs that are still hanging in the MCU right now. But their time will probably come up sometime in the future, though. So it'll be interesting to see what will happen because, we're getting into that new generation of the MCU where it's now becoming a new generation of Marvel superheroes appearing, and all that kind of stuff. So we'll see what happens by then. It should be interesting to wonder what's going to happen, but we'll see. So Hawkeye, I really don't have anything else much to say about him, but he's a cool hero. I don't mind Hawkeye at all. His heroism is very inspiring. Him being an archer is pretty awesome. Sometimes I did used to imagine what it'd be like, shooting arrows like him sometimes, but other than that, there's not really much left to say about him, so I've already spoken long enough for 11 minutes already. I'm sorry about the lacking of me speaking for a long time. I do remember in some of my previous videos I did talk about I was going to try to stop talking a lot more or less in these videos because I have a bad habit of talking a lot, before I get into the reaction and even during the reaction, so I'm sorry if I've been speaking too long already. It's already been about 11 minutes already, so I need to go ahead and get this started. I'm very, very sorry. I'm sorry if it annoys y'all that I keep talking too much, but I'm going to go ahead and get into this video now, so there's really nothing left to be said, so I can officially start now. So let's see who is up here as some voices for Clint Barton Hawkeye. And just like last time in Black Widow and even in my previous videos, I'll be checking out both Generation West and Behelit 89's respective Hawkeye voice comparison videos. So this is Generation West's videos, and then after this, I'm going to look for the guys that weren't included in this video, Generation West's video, to see who Behelit 89 included in his video that Generation West does not have, you know what I'm saying? Because Behelit 89 was a later, because Generation West is like an OG voice comparison video guy, and then Behelit 89 kind of came in a little bit later, like during the pandemic pretty much, But anyway, let's just go ahead and get this out of the way, shall we? I've been speaking too long. So let's see who I'm going to pick up there as my favorites for Hawkeye. I'm pretty sure I can already think of a few that'll probably be up here. But let's just let the video speak for itself, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? So, man, it's been a long time since I hadn't said this. But like John Cena and Triple H will always say, your time is up, my time is now. It's time to play the game. Let's go ahead and get right into this, shall we? Hawkeye, voice comparison in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go.
He's only as strong as his tricky armor, but I'm the greatest marksman in the world. With a few gimmicks and a jazzy costume, I could be just as great, even greater.
Maybe.
I'll have a rig that nobody will ever.
Kind of sounds like a different kind of classic superhero, so maybe.
Special tips for every purpose. I never miss. A mask too, of course. Like all the rest of those costume glamour boys. Iron Man and every other so-called superhero better get lost. Hawkeye is gonna make them all look sick.
Any guy who can turn himself into
Oh wow,
anyone he
Paul
wants to
Souls.
can be a tough cookie to deal with. He looks completely motionless to me, but I can't shake the feeling he's aware of.
I like this one a little bit better, so yeah. Paul Souls, I mean, you can't go wrong with him, man. He's an all-time OG, original, classic voice actor for the Marvel superheroes back in the early 90s, man. He's an all-time classic. I know he's the same man that voiced Spider-Man in that original show with that original theme song, and he voiced, I think, Bruce Banner or the Hulk, I think, one of the two. He's the guy who's been the voices of a lot of the original superhero shows for the Marvel characters back in the early 90s, so it's appropriate he be in this video, too. Of course, he didn't do all of the guys, but, it seems like he's been involved in a lot of the classic Marvel superhero guys, so can't go wrong with Paul Souls, for that matter, so, yeah. Like I said, his voice actually sounds a little bit better than Chris Wiggins, so, yeah.
Here comes Winghead now.
It's hard to believe that's what Hawkeye's original costume looked like. It's like the same exact classic costume as I'm remembering him having, but apparently it seems that his mask was a little bit more black and had a lot less purple in it, as you're seeing.
Hey, what's shaking, gang? Uh-oh, looks like I missed some pretty hairy action, eh? Sorry about that. Hey, I'm a grown-up. I don't owe anybody an explanation.
Yeah, that's good.
You don't trust me?
I feel like that guy, John Riley, he looks very familiar. I think I might have seen him before. I'm not sure if I remember if he was in a previous voice comparison reaction video I did or not, or maybe if I've seen him as a live-action character somewhere. But he looks very familiar. I wonder what... I'm pretty sure he had to be a live-action actor, because he really looks very familiar, like I've seen him in a movie before, a live-action movie, but I can't really quite picture what his live-action films were that maybe most fans might remember him from. If anybody knows what John Riley's live-action films are that he's appeared in, let me know in the comments down below, because I know I've seen this guy from before. He really does look very familiar. But yeah, alright. That's a good voice right there, though. Like I said, that's the classic Hawkeye right there with that mask and all that. That's classic Hawkeye right there.
It's my grandpa, Jackson Wiley. I kind of make sure he's okay. And, well, he was sick a couple of days ago, so, well, hey, Grandpa.
Oh, excuse me, my lips are dry.
Tigra, why didn't you say so? Now, ready to meet the president? Here, lab rat. Something for you to play with. I did. Then I took on Mr. Bright Eyes to save your jet.
I don't think so, no.
This kid would be squirrel food if we hadn't been there.
Yeah, I'm not liking this one. He just sounds like Wolverine more than he sounds like Hawkeye. Wasn't even expecting the way his costume looked. Apparently it looks a little different. It's like he's wearing the classic mask, but except he has his hair showing. But the voice, though, that just sounds more like Wolverine, so no. Wasn't expecting to hear that kind of voice coming out of him. I wasn't even expecting the costume difference in this. Not even sure if I heard of this before. The Avengers United, They Stand. I'm not sure if I even heard about that, but alright. Tony Daniels would probably be better voicing Wolverine since he sounds like him, but Hawkeye? No, you can't combine Wolverine's voice for Hawkeye. That just doesn't work like that. So, yeah, no, doesn't work at all. So, just better off voicing Wolverine if he sounds like him. Because that really does sound more like Wolverine than it does with Hawkeye, so he probably should have just voiced Wolverine instead of using that voice for Hawkeye. That just doesn't work. The two do not mix well at all.
Yeah, he got lucky. Bird Boy's strictly local, and you know it. The Avengers go anywhere, anytime, and can handle anything.
Nice balance, Glamour Pants.
Was he in Ultimate Alliance? He might have been. I can't picture him being in Ultimate Alliance, but I think there was some artwork that was done for Hawkeye in Ultimate Alliance. Although I thought maybe it was in his classic costume, but I guess apparently this was an artwork that was done for him, which is where I guess his newer costume started coming into play in the early 2000s, where he started wearing sunglasses and his suit would be like black and red. So I guess this is where it really started. I thought it came in like later in 2010 or something, but alright, I guess apparently it started many years ago for Clint Barton. But alright, and apparently Noah North was the man behind his voice too. Man, this is once again another voice comparison reaction video that I see Noah North in, because as I mentioned, Noah North is a very talented voice actor. He's done so many voices over the years, but some of my favorite voices of all time for him will always be Superboy from Young Justice, Krang from the 2012 Nickelodeon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles show, and Deadpool. Those are some of my top 3 picks, that I'll probably love him mostly as. But let's see how he does here as Hawkeye.
You should all be fired and drown the being weak and pathetic. How's that? You chump should have known better.
My cat, ignore that.
You should all be fired and drown the being weak and pathetic. How's that, Chief?
I'll say maybe. I'll give it a maybe.
Nope, just your friendly neighborhood.
I know that he was in Iron Man Armored Adventures, but I never really got a good look at what his design looked like. I think I only saw it once in that one episode I saw on YouTube where it was Future Iron Man that showed up, but I just wasn't really paying attention, honestly, but never mind. I think Andrew Francis has been involved in... I think Andrew Francis was in one of my previous voice comparison reaction videos. I'm not sure. But let's see how he sounds.
Hawkeye!
And I did hear that that was a Spider-Man reference, the way he said that.
Friendly neighborhood Hawkeye. Make that not so friendly. I'm feeling kind of irritable, actually. Nice try, boys. Iron Man. Whew, not a good idea startling a man who can shoot 10 arrows in a second. Natasha, I heard you're playing for the good guys.
I guess so. It's alright.
What I mean, spinach for brains, is he's just a kid. Takes a lot more than a superpower to do this job. It takes guts. Ms. Marvel sent me here as a S.H.I.E.L.D. observer. Hey, remember that time you accidentally threw yourself out 2 minutes ago? Good times.
Okay, fine, sure. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of the Superhero Squad show, but it works, you know. Hawkeye, you know, Clint Barton sometimes has that little personality that's kind of similar to Spider-Man, you know, so sure, it works. Like I said, not the biggest fan of Superhero Squad, but that works. You already knew this was going to be on the list. Heck yeah. Yes. You already knew it straight out of the gate. What voice comparison would it be? What Marvel character voice comparison video would it be without the voice actors from the Earth's Mightiest Heroes Avengers show? What other show are you going to use that has one of the greatest voices, well, not the greatest voices of all time, but has, you know, that's one of the greatest shows of all time that have some very fan-favorable voices for, you know, Marvel characters? Because there's no doubt about it that is without a doubt, without question, one of the greatest and one of the best Avengers shows of all time. Even until this very day, this show still rivals against the Marvel Cinematic Universe, into which some people would be willing to say that this is better than the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So heck yeah. One day, I really would love to watch this whole entire show. I don't know if they have a whole entire series of it on, I don't know if they have a whole series of DVD collection, because I know they're selling some in Walmart right now. They're having like the whole entire series of like Everybody Loves Raymond and That 70s Show, like classic shows. I don't know if they have one for Earth's Mightiest Heroes Avengers or not, but it would be cool if there is, because I really would love to watch this whole entire series on DVD if possible. And it's hard to believe that it's even Chris Cox who's voicing him. I didn't even know that. The only thing I remember about Chris Cox is that he's the same man who voiced the Terminator T-800 in the Mortal Kombat 11 game when Terminator T-800 was announced as a DLC character for Mortal Kombat 11. Because I remember, you know, people were asking if it was Arnold Schwarzenegger that voiced his own character or not, since it looked a lot like him, and it sounded a lot like him too, but it was revealed that Arnold did not voice Terminator. However, he did get involved in the project where Marvel character, and therefore he handpicked Chris Cox to voice his iconic character in the game, which was a good choice because Chris Cox had a really good impersonation and had a really close-sounding voice for Arnold Schwarzenegger when it came to him voicing Terminator in the game. It really fooled a lot of people to thinking it was Schwarzenegger himself, so yeah. So I like him in that regards, and apparently even today, now that I figured out that he's Hawkeye, now I love him as Hawkeye too, so yes. A double thumbs up for that matter. You know that anything from the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes show, they're always going to be on my picks for favorites, so you know this is going to be up there as my picks when I reveal who my picks are at the end of this video. Ah, he voiced him in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. So that's where that design came from.
You know, I'm not so sure I want to be part
Marvel
of
Heroes, alright.
rescue every week.
His face looks a little weird in this game, Hawkeye's, but never mind.
You take the other 140.
Hey, I'm glad you could make it.
Oh, and they're including Kate Bishop as well? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, so they're including Kate Bishop's Hawkeye, apparently, in some of them. I didn't even know that Kate Bishop's Hawkeye was even in Marvel Heroes anyway, either, so alright. Looks like I guess we're gonna maybe see some Kate Bishop ones in here as well. It's mostly supposed to be Clint Barton's Hawkeye, but okay, I guess we will see Kate Bishop make some appearances in this one too, I guess.
Gosh. What's up? We've got company.
I'll go ahead and give it a thumbs up, sure.
Let 'em loose.
I don't really see or hear too many of Kate Bishop's Hawkeye, so, you know, I'm not too familiar with her, but
Looks real bad.
that voice sounds alright, you know, so I'll go ahead and give it a thumbs up.
Some of that teamwork would come in handy. You want some of this? I'll make it.
I wonder if they'll include some more Kate Bishops at the before this video ends, or if this is just the only one they decided to include, because she was in this game too. I mean, it would make sense because, you know, even Kate Bishop is just called Hawkeye too, you know, they didn't give them different names to tell the difference, so chances are, you know, we'll probably see some more of her if she appeared in other series or games and stuff, but anyway. Anyway, I'm back, so my dinner's delivered, so I better hurry up and wrap this video up so I can eat some dinner. It's spaghetti and bread, so... Wow, Troy Baker, huh? Troy Baker's another good voice actor, too. I didn't even know he voiced Hawkeye at one point in his career. And apparently this was in the Marvel Ultimate Spider-Man show. Alright. Let's see what his voice sounds like then.
No. Now pipe down. I'm trying to get a tracking signal on the Beatles' armor. Once I get it, we can find him anywhere in the city. Understand? Yeah, that's quite the toy you got there.
I like that. That's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, real rad. I've got my
And,
big
yep,
boy
there's Marvel Avengers Assemble. I was wondering if this is the same man that involved Marvel's Avengers Assemble, so you know what? Yes. Not a double thumbs up, but I would almost give it a double thumb. You know what? I'm just gonna give it a double thumbs up.
Hey, I'll replace the
Even though maybe this show isn't as good as Earth's Mightiest Heroes Avengers, but I did hear that this show didn't do too bad for some people, you
I
know?
almost got him with my arrows. Right, guys? What am I saying? I don't even know why you guys keep me around.
Oh my god, Robot Chicken. Oh, of course you had to include Robot Chicken in here. And I'm just realizing that it was John Bernthal that voiced him. Wow. I didn't even know that John was even involved in Robot Chicken. That's hard to believe. I just couldn't help but crack up. As soon as I saw Robot Chicken, I just cracked up. I didn't even realize that was John Bernthal that voiced him. That's hard to believe, but, you know, I still give it a thumbs up because I like Robot Chicken. And now that I see that it's John Bernthal, even a more thumbs up now. I like John. He's a great actor. I know he's, because, you know, fans do like him. You know, most of my favorite roles for him is Shane from The Walking Dead, even though that was years ago, but I love John mostly as Shane from The Walking Dead and as the Punisher, because they made a Punisher live-action series, and he was the Punisher for that series. He's like my second favorite live-action Punisher. My first favorite is that guy from that movie. I forgot his name, but I don't know. When I get to a Punisher voice comparison reaction video, you'll see. But yeah, I think y'all know which Punisher movie I'm talking about. But anyway, so yeah, I love him most as Shane from The Walking Dead and as the Punisher. Those are my two favorite roles for him. But I had no idea he even worked in Robot Chicken, that he even voiced Hawkeye. That's funny. But like I said, I just give it a thumbs up because I like Robot Chicken. It's hilarious.
I don't know why you guys keep me around. Hey, you okay?
Heck yeah, of course. Man, I didn't even think he was going to even be in this video, because for the past few videos I reacted to of Marvel characters for voice comparison, they didn't even include the MCU actors, so I'm surprised he actually has them included in here. That's great. Jeremy Renner, man. Come on, man. Jeremy Renner, he is Hawkeye, bro. Come on, he is Hawkeye. Oh, he's been Hawkeye since 2008? Oh, okay. Or is that just maybe just them telling the year that was when the MCU started? Because, you know, the MCU did start with the first Iron Man film with Robert Downey Jr., so... Okay, so he's been around since 2008, apparently. I thought his role began in 2011 for the Thor movie. Okay, maybe there's some things I must have missed out on. I don't know, but still, nevertheless, double thumbs up for Jeremy Renner. Of course, you know, you have to include him in this video. Man, I mean, it would have been disappointing if he wasn't, but, you know, even if the MCU actors aren't included in the voice comparison reaction videos when I get to those certain ones, I'll still make sure to include them because, you know, they need to be mentioned, you know, because you have to mention the live action ones, especially for the MCU. You have to mention them, you know. But I'm glad he put him in here. Jeremy Renner, man, double thumbs up. He is Clint Barton and he is Hawkeye, bro.
Who cares? Are you up for this?
I'm just curious to wonder how much longer he'll stay playing Hawkeye for the MCU before he just eventually retires along with the rest of the OG Avengers from the 2012 movie. Because as I said in the beginning of this video, him and the Hulk and Thor are the only three OG Avengers that are still in the MCU right now. So I'm wondering how much longer it'll be before he retires. Or what they'll do with his character for Jeremy to retire, you know what I'm saying?
Where you were. If you go out there, you fight, and you fight to kill. Stay in here, you're good. I'll send your brother to come find you, but if you step out that door, you are an Avenger.
Alright, so that's everybody in Generation West's video. Now, before I do rank my favorites voices, let's head on over to Behemoth89's channel real quick and find out the guys that he included in his channel that weren't included in here. So I'll be right back. Let's go. Alright guys, here we are. We're at Behemoth89's Hawkeye voice comparison video. Let me go ahead and scroll through to see if I can find some ones in here that maybe he included that weren't included in Generation West videos. I have a listen to them, so let me listen to... So let me see who. Oh, I haven't seen that art for Hawk. Oh, okay. So we did see. Oh, okay, so Hawkeye was in the classic suit. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering, wasn't Hawkeye in his classic suit? Okay, so this little picture shows that Hawkeye was in his classic suit for that game, Ultimate Alliance. All right. Let's see. Who did he include? Anybody else that wasn't included? Let me see. Oh, the video's lagging. Hold on. So there's Troy Baker. I'm just gonna have to do this because it won't show me the others. Oh, okay. We got okay, Avengers Academy. All right. A man named Gus Sorolla, if that's how you say his name. I don't know. So Gus is the man who voices him in Avengers Academy. All right. He looks different. I almost thought that was Hawkeye as a female for a minute. He kind of looks different. Looks really young. But let's see this real quick. Let me go ahead and just skip it a few, and here we go.
You said it.
Let's go ahead and listen to Avengers Academy's Hawkeye.
What makes you think anybody cares, Stark?
Okay, what was that?
Cares, Stark.
Avengers Confident. Oh, yeah, I remember that movie. I only saw that movie once. Just once. But I did forget Hawkeye was in that movie. I didn't even know he didn't really speak too much.
Think anybody cares, Stark?
That voice is okay, though. I'll give it a thumbs up.
I aim to please. No one messes with my
That was
friend.
loud.
I can handle it. I can handle whatever. Stay on target. Go out, fight hard, screw up, save the world. Yeah, whatever. I like playing dumb sometimes. Makes me feel smart. You and me are going out. Normal is the new super. Now you're talking. Practice makes perfect. You miss all the shots you don't take. Hawkeye rhymes with cool guy.
Okay, fine, yes. I wasn't too sure about the voice at first, but now that he said some of those lines, you know what? It works good enough for Hawkeye, so yes. I'm going to go ahead and give it a thumbs up.
Exercise.
Exercise paused.
Sean, you're blubbering along while your teammate is in a jam?
Tried to tell him.
I get it, kid. I was a lone wolf too, but I learned that no matter how good you are, resume exercise. In the end, nothing beats working as
Okay,
a
that's
team.
good too.
There's no I in team. The
Not
point of
bad.
these exercises is to learn to work as a unit. Get ready. Here they come. Blur, Sean may have to learn the hard way.
Blah, blah, blah. When real action comes, I'll be as dope then as I am now.
You just don't...
Okay, that's it. Okay, so there was just 2 that was in here that Generation West didn't have. Or 3 for that matter. But anyway, so that's everybody, ladies and gentlemen. So, okay, with all that being said, obviously, you already know who my only favorite live-action Hawkeye is, because he's the only man who's ever played Hawkeye in live-action Marvel stuff so far, and, you know, there's no doubt about it, he's been doing an incredible job since his debut in the MCU. You have to include him as your... Well, I have to include him as my favorite, even though I don't really care for the character too much, because, as I said, I did mention I don't care that much for Hawkeye, but he's still a character that deserves appreciation, so... Like I said, with all that being said, for my favorites for Hawkeye, obviously once my only favorite pick for live-action Hawkeye, because he's the only man that's ever played Hawkeye in live-action form, is Jeremy Renner. He's the only one. He's been doing an incredible job since joining the MCU. And then, for animated-wise, it's probably going to only have to be 2. It's probably going to only have to be Chris Cox and Troy Baker. They're probably going to have to be my only 2 favorites when it comes to animated-wise. Like, I don't know. I don't think there was anybody else I liked other than Troy Baker, and I don't think there was anybody else I liked other than Troy Baker and Chris Cox. I think they were the only 2 that stood out most for me. Yeah, they were the ones that really stood out most for me. So there's no one else I liked more than Chris Cox and Troy Baker. Them two for me are the top 2 notches when it comes to voicing Hawkeye in animated video game wise and series and stuff like that. So pretty much, so that means that there's a total of 3. So it's only 3 total favorites. So yep. So my favorites in total are Jeremy Renner, Chris Cox, and Troy Baker. So it's just those 3 that are my favorites for Hawkeye in total. Now, it's time for y'all to vote and decide now, ladies and gentlemen. Comment down below who you love as your favorite for Hawkeye. And don't forget to share it with all your friends so you can get their opinions as well. And start a conversation if you even love to. Because even though it was like 2 months, even though it's been 2 months since my last voice comparison reaction video, which was with Black Widow, not too long ago, I do remember receiving a comment from someone talking about their favorites of Black Widow, and that was pretty cool. So it seems that some people still check out my series, you know what I'm saying? If I'm not getting comments on my voice comparison reaction videos, then I don't know how that would mean it's being successful. So yeah, so my voice comparison reaction videos are getting some views, you know what I'm saying? So people are commenting on them. So it seems that people do seem to enjoy the series. So now that I'm back, you know, maybe just for a little while, I don't know if I'm officially back or not, or if I will take another break after I get to the rest of those Marvel superheroes I wanted to get to after Black Widow, but you never know. Because I did put some I'm thinking about maybe taking another break from voice comparison reaction videos, and I might maybe focus on maybe another series, I don't know. So don't count on me being officially back for good yet. I'm sorry if it keeps happening, you know, it's just, I have so many other stuff, like I've been thinking about it for a long time of all those other series that I've been requested to check out or I've wanted to check out on YouTube that I wanted to react to, so it's just been hard, but you know. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this video, ladies and gentlemen. When we come back, I guess I'll do it tomorrow, even though I could do some more today, but I'm just probably going to save that for tomorrow, maybe. So, whether if it happens tomorrow or later, period, join me next time for the next video, and we'll get into the next Marvel hero that I'll decide to do voice comparison for yet, and you'll see who it is by then. So, stay tuned until then, but until then, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and once again, share this with all your friends so you can get your opinions on who you love as Hawkeye down below. You got my picks, now it's time for y'all to decide. So, I'm glad I decided to make this video because, you know, I needed to make a comeback at some point during this break because it would kind of be unacceptable not me making a reaction video during this break, you know what I mean? So, I'm glad I did so, and I shall hopefully do some more during the break before, you know, I go back to college on January the 9th, so I have plenty of time. So until then, ladies and gentlemen, when I'm back with another video, I'm off. So that'll be it for today, guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Dislike it, give it a thumbs down. Join me next time for the next video. To all you boys, men, and gals out there, fist bumps go to all of you. To all the girls, ladies, and women out there, kiss to all of you. But until then, this is Joe Flash signing off, and have a good day.